What if you could build your own AI agent with Claude, even if you are still a beginner? Not just a chatbot that answers questions, but an agent that can choose tools, run actions, use results, and complete a task step by step. In this video, I'm going to show you the simple version. We will build a beginner AI agent with Claude, understand how the agent loop works, connect tools, run a test, and see the mistakes beginners should avoid. First, what is an AI agent? The easiest way to understand it is this. An agent is a model plus tools plus a loop. Claude receives a task, decides what needs to happen, chooses a tool if needed. Your code runs that tool. Then Claude reads the result and continues. That is the difference between a chatbot and an agent. A chatbot only replies. An agent can take steps. Before writing code, let's look at the official Claude tool use concept. Claude can call functions that you define. For example, you can give Claude a search tool, a calculator tool, a database tool, or a file writing tool. Claude does not magically control your computer. It sends a structured tool request, and your application decides what to execute. That makes tool use powerful, but also much safer. For this beginner tutorial, we will keep the project simple. We are going to build a research helper agent. The agent will receive a topic, search through local notes, summarize the useful information, and save a small report. This is a good beginner project because it teaches the full agent workflow without becoming too complicated. We only need 3 tools: search notes, summarize text, and save report. Now the agent starts with the Messages API. Think of this as the conversation entry point. You send Claude the user request, the model, and the list of tools that Claude is allowed to use. Then Claude either answers normally or asks to use a tool. Your job as the developer is to inspect the response and handle the tool call. This is the core idea behind building agents. A tool is basically a contract between Claude and your code. You define the tool name, what it does, and what inputs it expects. Claude can decide when to call that tool, but Claude does not execute it by itself. Your code receives the tool call, runs the real function, and sends the result back to Claude. That is why clear tool design is so important. If your tools are vague, your agent will be unreliable. Now let's build the project files. For a beginner agent, we do not need a huge system. We need an agent file that runs the loop, a tools file that contains the real functions, a notes folder with test data, and a reports folder where the result will be saved. This simple structure makes it easy to understand what is happening. The agent thinks, the tools act, the report shows the result. Now we run the agent. The user asks for research about AI agents for beginners. Claude decides it needs to search the notes, so it requests the Search Notes tool. The application runs that tool and returns matching notes. Then Claude asks to summarize the text. After that, it calls the Save Report tool. At the end, the report is saved. That is the full agent loop working. Now here is the mistake most beginners make. They think the model is the agent. But actually, the tools and the loop are what make the agent useful. A good agent needs clear tools, predictable inputs, safe outputs, and testing. Do not give your first agent dangerous actions. Start with simple tools. Test each tool alone, then connect Claude after you know the tools work. So now you understand how to build a basic AI agent with Claude. The model handles reasoning. The tools handle actions. The loop connects everything together. Once you understand this pattern, you can build research agents, coding agents, support agents, automation agents, and much more. If you want a full coding tutorial where I build this Claude agent from zero, comment agent below. And subscribe because I'm going to keep building real AI projects step by step.